guys, it's Catherine, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about the time I almost went to juvie. And no, this is not clickbait. When I was 9 years old, we had just moved here to Idaho from California. And in my class, if we were good or we got a good grade or something, good happened to us, we would get a prize. And our teacher would call it fidgets. So that we could look in this big basket full of stuff and pick some kind of a toy out to fidget with during class. And in that grade, I was in 4th grade at the time, we had 2 teachers. So we had the first teacher, we'll call her Miss Johnson, in the morning. And then we'd go to lunch, and then when we were done with lunch, we would come back and we would have Miss Smith. And so at the end of the day, Miss Smith was our teacher, and she'd be the one to, exit us from the classroom, and we'd either go to the bus stop or to where our parents would pick us up or wherever. And if you were last in line at the end of the day, you were cool that you could be the one to lock the door at the end of class. Like, you were super cool if you could be the one to be in last, and we would all fight about it. And in 4th grade, when I had moved here, I decided I'm gonna be a new person since nobody knows me, and I kind of had like a goth stage. I would show up to 4th grade in like black lipstick. I was a crazy kid, but a lot of kids were kind of scared of me, so everybody always let me be last in line. And so I eventually started to get the idea to not lock the door, walk down with my classroom down the hallway, sneak into the bathroom while they kept walking, and then run back to the class so I could get back into the classroom and steal some fidgets. And I did it pretty successfully, probably for like a good month or 2, where I would sneak in, take some toys, eventually I'd start looking through kids' desks, taking pencils, whatever, whatnot. Now, after a couple months of doing this pretty successfully, the teacher did start to notice things were missing, and so did students. So she obviously assumed that some punk kid is stealing stuff from us. So she would say at the beginning of every single test we would take, if you are the one stealing, just write a note to me on the back of your test, and there won't be any punishment. Just let me know so we can get, the belongings returned. And I'd be like, screw that, I ain't telling nobody that I'm stealing stuff. So I would just keep doing it. And eventually I thought that I would be so cool enough if I took my teacher's cell phone. So one day after school, sure enough, I don't lock the door and sneak back in, and I look into the cabinet, I find Mrs. Smith's purse, and I take her cell phone, and back out the door, I go home and I hide it in my nightstand. And then the next day at school, I show off to all my friends, oh look, I have a phone, because nowadays, freaking 5-year-olds have a cell phone. That was not the case when I was a kid. If you were in 4th grade and you had a phone, you were really cool. So I showed it off to everybody. And then eventually, kids started talking about, oh, Catherine has a phone, Catherine has a phone, she's so cool, whatever. And my teacher, Miss Smith, caught wind of it. So one day during class, she pulls me out into the hallway and asks me to empty my pockets. And it's in my back right pocket. So of course I empty my first pockets first, and then my left back pocket until eventually I'm running out of time, and I just whip out her phone right there. And she asked me, where did you get this? And I thought I'd just continue lying, and I told her that my mom gave it to me. And of course she didn't believe me, because she could open it up and her pictures are on it, and it's obviously her phone, and I just thought I was a really good liar for some reason. So I get sent to the principal's office. They call my mom, and they call our school's police officer into the principal's office as well, and we'll just call him Officer Charles. So Officer Charles gets involved, and he gives me 2 options. Either one, you can go to juvie for a week, I think it was, or a couple days or something like that. Or 2, you could do community service for like 3 months. And so I choose community service, obviously, because I don't look good in orange, like that's not my color. So I have to, every single day for 3 months, no recess. Instead, I got to help the lunch ladies clean up the whole cafeteria, do all the dishes, because back then they weren't lazy. They didn't have styrofoam trays, we had plastic. So I had to clean them all, and it was awful. I got a lot of free food out of it because then the lunch ladies ended up loving me. But it sucked having to watch all your friends go out to recess and you can't for 3 months. And I was a little bit of a rebel kid. After I got caught, I definitely didn't steal again, that's for damn sure. I work at a bank now, so I'm glad they trust me. No, but in all seriousness, it taught me a really good lesson, and I have never stolen anything since then, and I never will. And that's about the time I almost went to juvie. I swear I'm a good kid. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe, and then I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks, bye.